The year is 2025. The trailer for Stranger Things Season 5 is out, and everyone is wondering, who is gonna die? It was the big question everyone had on their minds. It could be Steve, it could be Will, it could be this guy nobody likes. Meanwhile, I'm in my little corner, and what do I have to say? Who do I think is gonna die in Stranger Things' final season? No one. And sure enough, the show came out, and not a single member of the main cast kicked the bucket. Wow, what a shock! The entire final season of this show was just watching every character sleepwalk their way through the literal apocalypse, and I can't help but wonder, these are all normal people, right? None of these characters realistically have a fighting chance against actual monsters. Now, I'm not a very strong man myself, however, if I were being written by the Duffer Brothers in Stranger Things, I would still absolutely be able to kick a Demogorgon's ass. At this point, I'm not even mad nobody died, I'm just mad that there's no longer a sense of danger. Remember when one monster in the first season felt absolutely horrifying to watch? It was scary. Now you throw 5 in a room and I feel nothing. I think the problem lies with incentive. Have you ever realized that the main cast has not changed since Season 1? It's been the same cast of characters since the very first episode, with the addition of Max in Season 2 and Robin in Season 3, I guess. No one in the main cast has suffered from the stakes. It looked like Max was gonna die last season, or at the very least be blind or crippled, but nope, she's completely back to normal by the end of the show. Every bone in her body was broken and her eyes nearly exploded. Do you see why it's hard for me to get invested when the characters walk this shit off within a year? You have to be consistent with your stakes or provide some form of incentive for your audience to think there's danger. The only time characters die or get hurt is when it's a new character invented just to be killed off within the season, like Bob or Eddie or Alexei. The Duffer Brothers wanted this show to be enthralling so bad, but they can't seem to match the sense of danger they had in Season 1. The finale just came off so limp. So why don't we look at a show that didn't fall into this trap? Spoilers for Star Wars The Bad Batch. Bad Batch is by no means a perfect show, but Season 3 felt absolutely horrific to watch because I knew the stakes going in were high. Anybody could die. Why did I think that though? Well, it was because of this scene at the end of the last season. No! Season 2 ended with one of the main cast members dying, and it was absolutely heartbreaking to watch. Every character felt it, and every audience member felt it. The death of Tech showed us that from this point forward, nothing is sacred. Anybody can kick the bucket. Every scene from that moment onward had me on the edge of my seat. It also helps that the bad guys in this show always kept up the momentum. They were on their asses immediately, and episodes 6 and 7 were easily the best at highlighting how relentless the Empire can be. It's not like Andor levels of writing, but this is still pretty good too. Back to the villain in the Stranger Things final season, Vecna doesn't really do much. His plan doesn't really make any sense, and it's never fully explained. His powers are also so strong, and they make every action scene unbelievable because he has to be nerfed in every fight for it to make sense for the good guys to win. This guy can teleport his minions to him from anywhere using portals that he can open anywhere, but during the final battle where he's getting his ass handed to him, he just decides not to? Dr. Hemlock is a far more competent threat, and his henchmen are relentless, like I said before. One of them nearly drowns Crosshair, they bomb Rex's hideout, everyone in Captain Rex's team dies, and he destroys their home, he captures Omega, and that's not even including the finale. By this point, the show was not even subtle at all, with the cast fearing their deaths.
If we all go in, we're not all making it out.
There is a scene of them fully accepting that they're going to give their lives, and I bought it because by all accounts, they stand no chance. There's a scene similar to this in Stranger Things with Steve and Dustin, and I didn't buy it for a second.
You die, I die. You die, I die.
And sure enough, they were fine. Let's see how things went for the Bad Batch.
You should be more careful with your shooting hand.
The final battle consists of these characters just struggling to stay alive. I love how everyone is clearly exhausted and just barely standing up. They're using all of their power just to not die. In Stranger Things, everyone just doesn't care, which I find funny because in Stranger Things, everyone is just a normal kid. The Bad Batch are trained soldiers, and even they are on the verge of collapse. All of this culminates in the death of the main villain, but at the cost of... Wait, nobody died here.
Wait, what, was someone supposed to die?
Yeah, so in Bad Batch, the main cast also made it out alive. But do you see the difference here? The finale fired on all cylinders. Everyone making it out didn't feel like a disappointment, but rather a sigh of relief. Yet everyone got a happy ending, and they all got endings that made sense for their characters. The issue with Stranger Things isn't so much that it had a happy ending. It just felt unearned. If you want your characters all to live, that's okay. But you still need to make it worth it.
Stupid goddamn waste of time!